So how many of you at the end of a long, stressful day think that big glass of wine is the best stress reliever, right? I get it. I did that for decades. But let's talk about what really happens. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know a little bit about the science behind this. But I really wanted to talk to you about it today because I am still pretty shocked 6.5 years after quitting alcohol at how calm I am. When stressful things happen, I have much more of a whatever, it's going to work out attitude than I did when I was drinking. When I was drinking, I did not feel like I was an anxious person at all. But now that I've quit drinking, I wish I knew how calm I would be. I just didn't understand, and that's why I want to share it with you. So let's talk about what happens when you have that first glass of wine. You have that first glass and it feels so good, right? I get it. I miss that. Honestly, I do. But what happens after that? So you have that first glass of wine or the first few sips, your prefrontal cortex is shutting down. It's a portion of your brain that, is when it's thinking and makes decisions. So you feel relaxed. You get a dopamine hit. Feels fantastic, right? But about 20 minutes after that first sip of alcohol, you may not realize it, but if you're like me at all, or like most people, you start to feel a little anxious. And you maybe told yourself you're going to have one glass of wine, but now you're getting a little anxious for a second one, right? And so the cycle continues. More importantly, if you use alcohol for a prolonged period of time, like I did my entire adult life until 6.5 years ago, then you are always living with a higher cortisol rate and always feeling more anxious, and you don't even realize it. So that's why I wanted to talk to you about it. So if you have a higher cortisol rate, you're always more anxious. So you always want to drink more. You can't handle things as well as you can if you don't drink. And if you have high cortisol rates, you're holding on to belly fat. You're waking up at 3 in the morning. You might have high blood pressure, whole host of problems that I already posted about earlier this week on Instagram. But please know that if you do drink, if you cut back or you quit, you're going to feel a sense of calm that you can't even imagine right now. So I wanted to share that with you. I hope it helps. If you have any questions, let me know.